Hello. See if I figure this out. Left to mind. My camera is like down here, not anywhere else. Yes. Very first live. So bear with me while I figure this out. Good day, y'all. Wisconsin. Hello, hello. Finland. Cool. I know I tried to do for the Australia, like the New Zealand and all that. I guess one fella was saying it's like 2 in the morning right now, so it's not going to work out for all those folks. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Holy. Can you guys hear me at all? Cool. Yeah, they can. Good luck. Yeah. there's a lot going on with the chat, so I'm trying to figure that out here. Wisconsin, Motorhead. Loud and clear. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to this delay. There's like a big delay when I talk and what you guys hear. Yep. It's always Miller time. Well, today is really hot. That's why I'm in the house. I was working on the panel. I was still waiting for parts for the 56. St. Anne. Call me Zook. Is that right? Signature background. Hey, I only get my music from YouTube, so the booze head, light beer. I buy whatever's cheap beer. That's kind of what I go over. Clear. Oh, there's like a lot going on here. What is it today? It's like 30 something. So I guess for you Americans, it's not that hot compared to what some of you guys are. It's humid though. It's into like the mid 90s. Area Canada. All right. Let's try to play catch up here. There's like a lot going on. Iran. That's cool. On your Ford Escort. Hey, that's a different style. Hey, they're like the little sporty ones, those MK ones. They're not really my cup of tea, but they're still cool. Pablo is sitting like lounged out. I don't know if I can get him. Hi, Pablo. Say hello. The 51 Dodge is gone. That one, I sold it. I had the tranny went bad on it, and I didn't feel like working on it anymore. Here too. Here's cool. Yeah, it's a good day for that. Gonna go for a swim later, hopefully. No, I'm not really into the 90s trucks. Like they're basically donors for me. Joseph. I'm gonna try to keep up with all you guys. There's like a lot of stuff happening here. 90s trucks. So they got Joseph there. Keep track of all those wires. There's not really a lot of wires. When you really once you do one or two, it's I don't know. They're pretty simple after that. Yeah, 90s and humid. It's hot. Holy. Okay, hold on. Mid 90s. Are you? stuff. Uh, but John, what is that? McLeod. If you give me too many beers, I'm not much help either. I'm good at making fun of people, but I don't get any further than that. Big fan of the general and the panel. Looking for, yeah. Well, the panel's only going to go so far. I'm going to do that one to what am I doing? Probably just widening up the fenders, and then I don't know, just make it a good project for somebody. Yeah, out there. Wiring, yeah, wiring's kind of boring, but I do what I can do there. Try to make it somewhat interesting. To load the Pontiac behind the General, go south. Yeah, well, I just pulled the Pontiac out. I haven't done anything really with it though. Yeah, cab overs are spendy out here. Very, very spendy. I got one like super cheap, but that was like years ago. I think I bought it. That big yellow tanker. I don't even know what I got it for. It was like $500 or something, which is like unheard of now. I think there's one locally for sale for like 10 grand or something like that. Redneck Rider 69. I'm all self-taught, so I basically trial and error. I just screw up a lot, and then I just kind of learn from my screw ups. I love the panel. Before it updates, no, I got no Impalas. They're kind of spendy, and usually by the time I pick stuff up, they're pretty rough. Yeah, we already had our Canada Day, so happy 4th to you folks. For the Summit models, so I'm terrible at names, guys. So the Papillon Cycles, if I got that right or I didn't butcher your name, 65C10. I don't know. I think the stock heater boxes actually work really good. I tried at a Vintage Air one, and that one just was terrible. Rodney, I'm not sure what I'm chopping yet. Nothing that so far, nothing's getting chopped. The 54 I kind of want to work on, but I'm waiting until I finish the 56. John, I basically computers and telephones. That's what I do all day. Yeah, tuning, it's a good investment, especially if you got to pay somebody. Then you kind of see that, especially if all you're doing is like just how to unlock bats or do stuff. If it's turbos and stuff, I'm not good at that and kind of fail. 52 Chevy 5 window, always wanted one. A 93 chassis I'm thinking about using. If it's an S10, then that'd be a way to go. I personally, if it's a half ton, I would just do a clip though. It's less work, honestly. I have not sold. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. We did sell. Esther sold her Merc to somebody in the States, but they kind of did all the paperwork, everything on their side. We met them at the border. They came across, grabbed the car, and then went that way. Oh, we got Mark's. Oh, Mark's Garage. Hello from England. Yeah, those Mercs. I don't know what they are. They're like is it an M47? I don't know what it is. The Mercs are different up here, I guess. Apparently. What YouTubers? I don't know. I think a lot of the same ones you guys watch. I watch all the local guys around here. So you got your Sobering and Penny Hot Rods. Make It Custom. I'm watching him up in BC there. I don't know. There's like Mortsky, Puddin's Fab Shop. There's tons of them. Lots of guys I watch. Yeah, my day job is just I fix computers and do telephones. Well, I don't really more telephones than anything. That's my day gig. What's going on here? Oh, yikes. My garage, I pretty much just built it. It was just a pole shed and I converted it. I used to work out of that smaller garage in front of the house here that you see me pull cars out every now and then. That was my garage for, I don't know, like many years. Oh. You mentioned more work on the general. I'm not doing anything major with the general. I got to do the corner windows in the back. They don't work very good, so I'm basically gonna make some new glass. That was always the plan, and I'm just gonna glue them in. Like even if they open, they're not very good. So same with the front windows, have that same problem, but like the back vents are kind of like garbage. They don't work very well, so I'm just gonna glue them in place. No big deal. And I'd like to actually get my AC in there finally. It's not bad when you're driving, but stop and go is kind of like sucks. Steamy South Louisiana. Yeah, I bet you that's hot there. Still have the stock box to rebuild. Stock box. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Paplin cycles. And I'm imagining there's going to be a lot of things I've missed. See the progress on a Studebaker. The gas. Yeah, the Studebaker's cool. That's kind of like a filler. It's kind of like the panel is right now, but I'm waiting on parts to finish the 56. So when that one's done, then I'll probably, hopefully, have a video up soon with the panel because I kind of want to go take it for a rip today. So got it that far, but I haven't widened the fenders or anything yet, so that's still coming up. My tanker, I don't have any plans. It's I do, but I'm trying to find a rollback truck. I'd like to do that. I've seen one in Europe somewhere. I don't know if it came from the States. It was an old F1, and I loved the idea that it was like a cab over with a rollback deck, but he made it look like it was a box, so it almost looked like those sled decks sitting on top. I don't know. That's kind of my idea for that one, but I don't need it for anything, so there's no rush on it. My builds, I don't know. They're usually like Marketplace and Kijiji, word of mouth. That's how a lot of stuff happens. Yeah, that Pontiac, that 20s Pontiac was like, I think it's like an early 30s or something, but that's a huge project for somebody. It's glued together. It's actually just lawn art out in front by the pond there. It's it'd be. I thought of selling it, but it's too big of a project. I think for a lot of people, it's cool, but yeah, there's need a lot of work. Oh, if I'm missing stuff, guys, sorry. It's just there's a lot happening. Yeah, March. That's why I like this. If I had to do this for a living, I don't know if I'd actually enjoy it. Although I don't mind it. I'm always in the garage anyways. AVE. Yes, I've seen his stuff. Peg tooth. But it's hard to keep up. There's a lot of YouTube and only so many hours in a day. Oh, but going towards zero in the summer. In case, yeah, possible. Just hit me up on a message there. Centra and Sun Garage. I'm sure I screwed up your name. Oh, hey, Gazer 77. So it's got to be pretty early in the morning for you there. No, like I say, I'm no further on the gasser. I'm really slowly trying to get through all the comments here. Sorry, guys. 62 Dodge Dart. They're cool. I mean, they're kind of ugly, but there's I kind of like a 360 kind of guy myself personally, but I'm not opposed to anything. It's like whatever floats a feller's boat. It's the way to go. They're working on it. It's all that matters. More. Yeah, I think a lot of people are watching on that international build. Really wish I would have actually built a lot of my junk way back. Had done some filming on it because my goodness, I've built a lot of cars in the years. What did I do different on the general? I don't know. Nothing really. I might have put a little more gap between the doors. Uh, you kind of have a little bit of rubbish when you're opening both doors, but I did want it to be pretty compressed. Art's Garage. Yeah, I don't know. I always screw up all my models, so it's no big deal. The dirt track car, yeah, like I figured maybe late summer when I'm done the general, then that'll probably be my filler. Because I do want to work on that convertible roadster. Maybe I'll try to build that one this winter. How many years have I been working on cars? Well, pretty much I've been screwing stuff up all my life, but I don't know. Ever since before I got my license, I was just, I don't know if I didn't have cars, but it was like dirt bikes, quads, and all that other stuff. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like that general. um, I've been toying with the idea of merch. I'm just trying to, yeah, figure out what we want to do and not do. It's more, yeah, I don't know. I just want more stuff to give to other people, I guess. If that makes sense. Kansas. Ventures made from scratch. Cool. I have to check it out. Yo, thrash metal and fun riffs. How many, like, if you're asking about what I have that run that I can actually put plates on and drive, because running and driving and plating are two different things around here. Yeah, just a one man shop. Usually some buddies come by, but they're mostly just working on their own junk. Dirt roofer or dirty roofer. Yeah. The only thing I would change in my oxygen tank, my roller, is I have like a big tank on top. I would want a smaller tank. Bigger. All junk to me. If you ever, hey, where are you, Frank's Garage? Hit me up on a message. I'm always down for picking up random junk. My favorite era cars? I don't know. In the custom world, is like the 50s stuff, but I do like a lot of the 30s, like the old hot rods and stuff like that. I don't know. Had a lot of those. I've had a couple that I've like winter driven and whatever else. So if you build them right, they're pretty warm inside. My T pickup wasn't so warm. There was a little more. It was a little windy and snowy inside there a couple times this winter. Who are you? I don't even know how to say your name. R, backwards RIR, rear. How many rods do I have that run? So running. Well, what do you define as a hot rod? I kind of say that the 30 stuff, but if just anything that runs and drives on my yard that's old, yeah, I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, like maybe 12, somewhere there. Uh, Joe Sosa. Pretty much everything. Everything. I pick everything. I don't know. I just downloaded out of the YouTube has a little music library that you have like copyright free stuff you can use. So that's what I always use. Fix the Pontiac. I don't know which Pontiac. I have a few of them. I got to do the diff back in that brown one. It's still noisy. I have to work on that. Oh, yeesh, there's lots going on. Okay, hold on. Got to catch up. Oh yeah, Fitzy's. Watch him all the time. Not the Canadian. And Cold War Motors. I watch those guys. Not a whole, not a lot of it. I kind of like the longer videos. I have a hard time sitting. I have a very short attention span. If you're which Pontiac, my brown one, it's nothing's wrong. Just the diff is still noisy. I never got around to getting it set right last year, so I got a good shim kit now that seemed to work on the Buick. So I'm gonna try it on the other car. Yeah, I watch Vice Grip Garage. Yeah, the dude at Make It Custom's pretty awesome there. Your personal favorite rebuild project special? Oh yeah, the big van, the 51. Yeah, like the giant van. It's gonna get. It's not gonna be done. Like it's not gonna be like my other one's done. That was never the intent when I started it. I'm not a really big panel guy, but I I'd rather somebody else have a nice, easier project than what it was. I think it would have been too big of a project for a lot of people, and I don't mind messing around with stuff like that. So my daily driver, it was like a 56, my 56 International. That was what I was, my winter driver anyways. My daily driver is like, I don't know, anything. It's either the General or the Buick or my Model A Roadster. Those are the only three things I have on the road right now. As far as like drivers, I don't have, like, call me Zook. I don't have anything modern myself. I mean, the wife has her little Honda SUV thing, but other than that, like all summer, she drives her Dodge pretty much. So that 46 or 2 or whatever it is. Santra and Sun Garage, like your style. Yeah, like I don't know. I just say if a feller even puts in 10 minutes a night, that's 10 minutes that they didn't. You know, if I'm feeling lazy and I only walk in the shop and sweep the floor, I guess I did something. I guess. Giza 77. Oh yeah, truck. Oh, that's probably why you're up, eh? Half-ass stickers. Yeah, we're looking at stuff. I think a lot of people are asking. I don't know. I think it's just all kind of expensive, but I guess that's just because I'm cheap. My grandmother drove a brown Duster in the 70s. It's a terrifying. Yeah, I don't know. The Dusters were what they were, right? Yes, I did sell that 51 Chop Dodge. Hey, can't keep them all. I was driving it a little bit in the winter, but then the tranny went, and I was like, nah, I was over it. I didn't feel like changing the transmission out. Yeah, before the whole COVID thing, we were going to go to back to the 50s that year, and then all that stuff went down. And I don't even think the borders are open that we can go down yet or do anything. Not that it matters; it's over. So, Dirty Dan's Rod and Cycle. Let's see, Philippines. You're Canadian or what? That's cool. Pablo like treats. Yeah, he pretty much eats anything. He's not. Yeah, he's probably less picky than I am to eat. Uh, but he's gonna get around. It just hasn't worked out for myself or him to work on it. That's the Essex will be back in and getting a bunch of work done. The garage. Yeah. Sometimes I try to use my wife the reason not to buy something, but she's like, just go do it. I was like, yeah, okay. Ever go fishing? I try. Haven't to in the longest time. I plan to. Hopefully, we're on holidays for 2 weeks here, so see what gets done and doesn't. Frank's Garage. Yeah, you just got to go a little slower. That's all. I sometimes go too spastic fast, and then I pay for it for a couple of days. I think that Ford, that Mercury that kicked my butt for a day or two. That should have been like 3, 4 days. If I had all my parts, then I think I could have got most of it done in one day there. Steve Deacon. The panel is still on its way. I'm just it's in the shop right now. I'm doing some work on it, but I yeah, like I say, I'm thinking once it cools off this evening, I'm gonna go take her for a little rip. So you got the seats sort of bolted down, so maybe Pablo will sit there. Actually, it doesn't need seats, but the problem is there's no back, so I want to make sure there's a seat so the goof doesn't fall out of it. Halifax. Shop Fizzly's Chrysler. 50's Chrysler. The other dog is I got Pablo, and then the other one's Buddy. I don't know. I don't really have any dream car. I guess my coupe would be kind of cool, but I'm just so weird and want a traditional kind of shindig, which is kind of hard to do. That's affordable for around here. Lac de Bonnie. Oh, we were close. We were out cruising out that way yesterday or Friday. Friday we were out that way. Which inspired me to do stuff. Wow, awesome, man. Kurt Bangley. That's great. Yeah, I don't know. What's the worst that happens, right? Screw up and you have to do it over again. It's not a big deal. Or you screw up and you're not as happy with it, you'll just do a better job next time. Or it's usable. I don't know. That's one way to say it. Something in the 70s javelin. Nah, I'm not really into like the 70s stuff. They're in my head, they're always donors for everything I do, which I guess that's getting older and more common. Like I was thinking of doing a square body, but it was strictly to try to flip and do a flip just to see what if it was popular or not. I need to update that one. His crew cab, the Dodge stand up Merca. He's actually been driving it. He's almost got more miles on it than I have on my General. I think he's had no real problems, nothing major, but it's been good. I do have to make a finish up video to it, so that's been my plan. I just have a lot of other things always popping up or something. Where am I here? Do you have lots of hot rod buddies? Not so much of the hot. I guess so. Maybe. I know a lot of people with hot rods. I guess we just haven't really been out to do anything. Usually we have like a Sunday cruise scene, but that's just there hasn't been much going on with all this COVID stuff. Kenny, I can't say your last name because I'll screw it up. But Trevor's Essex is. We haven't had time to mash up and get anything done with it, so not much has happened since last. But I think he's got some material together. We'll probably start doing a floor and some things like that in it. Another big project like the General. I don't have any big projects. I guess some of them are just big to other people, but I want to do that 54 Chevy. So I want to build that one. And then that 56 pickup. I think I figured out what I want to do with that one, that 56 Chevy that I got going. I want to kind of really loosely do like a NAPCO kind of a pickup to which I want to do just basically, I need a new winter truck. So I want to build that. I found a donor and stuff, so I was going to do a complete chassis swap with it, and then probably LS powered. And LS, the only reason for it is because I want command start in the winter, and it's they're cheap. If I'm way behind, guys, sorry. I'm trying to just go through everybody's stuff, so I don't even know where I was. Oh my goodness, there's lots going on here. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to catch up. There's like so much going on here. Yeah, we'd like to say we are going to work on that Essex. 50 Buicks? I do. I just bought that car, I don't know, so long ago. I finally built it once I got into the LS scene, or I could have built like a nice big motor for it. I was going to keep it a straight 8 originally, but the motor was bad in there. And then I had a donor car, but it was an automatic car, and there was like the parts don't interchange. So that a lot of people up there are into. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think that I personally think this whole rat rod scene. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I build rat rods personally, but I call them hot rods. But whatever. To each their own. Not a biggie. The around here, it's like the popularity I think is like behind like you guys in the States have been doing it for a long time, and it can only they're starting to get more popular around here. Those 50 Mercs across the pond. Flips in the 70s era is Lincoln either. Like we have a couple Mercs here. I got that black one, and I have another one out in the bush, but it's pretty stripped down. It was always the plan to maybe make a 2-door out of that one, but I don't know. It's not that far. That's far off into the plans. Rat Rod Bob builds. Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff. I mean, the guy puts an amazing amount of detail into some stuff there. Holy. Oh yeah, Uncle Bill. Definitely been there. Well, I've been in the area anyways. Usually I always see them at the swap meets, but we haven't had those in a few years now. Should, yeah, I don't know. As of a year or two ago, I did never thought of the YouTube. It wasn't until I talked to Dan there that all of a sudden he kind of just said, just do it, just try it. Man, nothing. I won't say why not, right? Paul Bacon Customs. Nope, I can't say I've ever seen him or that channel. Looking forward. And I've had lots of real estate do with it. Yeah, like the wood. If I was a steel floor, I don't even know where you'd get sheets big enough to put them. Well, thanks, man. Mac 1541. Thank you, Randy Smith. Motorhome chassis, no. I was originally going to do a cab over with one. I wanted to do one of the Barbie ones with the dual axle in the back, but I couldn't find one. They're really expensive. Yeah, again, the green Dodge belongs to another feller, and I think I sold it to somebody in Lorette. So I don't know where that one's at now. Junkyard Digs. I've seen some of their stuff, but not a lot. Again, there's a lot of YouTube, and it's kind of hard to keep up with everything. Finally, fighting keyboard problems. Mr. Big Chief Trucker. Awesome, man. Again, sorry guys, there's so much. I'm trying to keep up here. I'm trying to answer as many folks as I can. Spray chrome. I have not. I've looked at that spray chrome, but it's like, I don't know. I drive so much on dirt roads. I'm thinking if I got a shiny chrome bumper that was painted, it's going to look like crap there after I hammer up and down dirt roads because I'm not very graceful when I'm driving down them. Pablo, I do not know how old he is. I think we were thinking he's maybe 7. Buddy's probably pretty close to the same age, but we don't know for sure. Justin Paul, South Africa. Good day. Everything's skyrocketing. Yeah, everything's really expensive up here. It's like steel's nuts, and wood, and the other things. Yeah, like just even ordering parts. Like our dollar's our dollar's better, but I mean the shipping to get stuff shipped to Canada is just bananas. It's like you can almost take whatever you have apart and double the price of it. That's about usually what stuff costs to get up here. Can't get out of Canada. Yeah, I know. Iowa. What was that? Iola? I think it's in Wisconsin. I think I've heard of that one. Isn't that the one that's like, yeah, I don't know, like huge? All of your swap meets are huge, and you got a lot of cool stuff down there. But yeah, we're kind of stuck here for now. It's just my farm. That's what this place used to look like. Frank's Garage. Yeah, I think I've done flying fishing twice, but I haven't done a lot of fishing in the past couple of years at all. No, I don't think we have any big fires. We did there, I don't know, like a month or so ago, but that's I think that's done, but I could be wrong. I'm terrible with news. I don't know. My dogs have never actually licked antifreeze. None of my dogs have ever done that. I don't know. They just don't seem to like the taste of it, I guess. I don't know. Thank you for watching there. Dynamo Hum. The bills in Vegas. Keep them coming. You ever sell some projects when they? Yeah, I do. Like I say, I sold the Green Dodge. Some of them I'm not bored with, so I don't sell them. Or they're just, yeah, I don't know. Around here, some people are. It's annoying to sell stuff. Let's put it that way. And I don't usually have a lot of money invested in my stuff, so I can kind of sit around. My payoff is driving them for a while, so that's where my win is in it. No, I'm not going to make it a two-door. Like, again, not my car. It's a buddy of mine. We're doing some horse trading, so. But I think he's just a family rig, just to drive his family around, stuff like that. Slow shop and custom. Good day. You do a build? Yeah, it depends. I don't know. I kind of have like weird hours and do stuff as far as the whole YouTube thing with other people. 52 Chevy crew cab? I don't know. I don't think so. That was a lot of work. Fuel, what is it? Well, we do by the liter, right? And what do we pay? I think regular is $1.24 a liter. So what is that? My math's bad. What do you got? 4 liters, so $5 a gallon, I guess what it is. Something like that. If you wanted to convert that. Yeah, I seen Casey Customs. I seen that $1,000 build. He does a lot of that stuff though. I've seen him do a lot of those chassis swaps way back before he was doing YouTube stuff. Oh my goodness. How far did I go here? I might have to skip a bunch of stuff. Sorry, guys. Where am I? Sell some. Like I say, some of my projects are for sale. I just don't advertise a lot of them. Sometimes I do. Ever see a Hot Wheels silhouette? Not sure what you mean there. Okay, there we go. How much is fuel? There we go. We caught up. What's the history behind my shop? There is none. It's just me goofing around the shop. I just came up with the name, I don't know, years ago, just as a big, I don't know, like a goof on myself. That's all. Mostly because I don't take anything seriously. I used to, but why? Why throw wrenches? Just make more work for yourself. Just easier to laugh at yourself. Other people just think you're crazy then. Leave you alone. People wanting custom cars done. I don't know, I have a lot of people. I just don't have the time to do like full builds. I don't like to, if it's something like a clip or a motor swap, that's usually fine because it's like a week to 2 weeks. Jobs beyond that are like, I don't know, I kind of lose my mojo and I get bored of it. That's why like it's summertime now, so it's so easy to move cars in and out always. So I just do that. Come wintertime, usually I lock down on 1 or 2 and I kind of try to finish them up. Yeah. Santre and Sun Garage, you are right. I could look at the LSs as the new small block. Like I've done a lot of them for people, and to me, it's probably, I don't know, back in the 80s or 70s when everybody wanted a motor, it was a small block everybody swapped out, and the LS is just that now. Software to tune the LS. I just got HP tuners. That's all I use. There's other ones out there like EFI Live and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't do a lot of tuning in it. I do basically just remove the vats and, like the security and add the electric fans and a few things. The General's a winter truck, but I'm kind of a wuss. I'd like to have command start, and I want to get into a warm vehicle. I don't want to walk out into the cold, start it, and wait for it to warm up. Plus a diesel, man, they don't warm up. You can idle at high idle, and they don't get warm till you're driving. I don't know how good those tires are going to be in the winter, though. They're not going to be that good. I can tell you that. Yeah, can I start on a carb job? I can't even imagine that would be fun. Yes, I do have an outside job. I do telephones and like computer techie stuff. The roadster pickup. Yes, the roadster pickup. I've been staring at it. It'll probably come in this winter to get a bunch of work done. It's been like a forever going one, but I think it'd be, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Interaction. Thank you. A hard time following everything going on. There's a lot happening. Joseph Rolinski. Thank you much, man. 131? Oh, okay. That tells you what I know. Oh, maybe it was diesel. I was probably putting diesel in my truck the other day, so that's probably what I seen. I don't really, none of my stuff's that great on fuel. I just put fuel in. What else can you do, right? Thanks, Ian. Oh, Cottrell. Again, I'm terrible with names. Sorry, guys. I use Adobe Premiere for my editing. I don't know Tyler personally. I've met him though. Zombie. The General is just basically my all-around truck. It tows my trailer. Yeah, like here, gas in the States is cheap. I know you folks think it's expensive. We can like drive all across the States there for nothing compared to here. The puppies, well, Pablo is here, and Buddy is like hiding under something outside. So I think he's been no interest to come anywhere with anybody. With a ball cap, yeah. I look stranger without a hat on. Driving and flying the drone. Well, I use like those DJI drones, so they have. I just trace over my vehicle and it just follows it. I don't know. It doesn't do a great job of it, so, but I don't know. That's the. After that, it's the movie magic, just trying to make everything look nice. Some garage. Yep. Shipping is brutal around like anything from the States, anyways. Rock Auto is still good for shipping. It used to be Post. I guess it's a little more, but I don't know. It is what it is. Can't much you can do about it. But Rock Auto is still the bomb when you compare it to what we pay is for parts. Like, just can't even compare. Oh, David Hollinghurst. Yeah, that would hurt. And I know you guys always pay way the heck more out there. That's brutal. Like I say, I don't have a dream car. Just whatever the next build is whatever. It's fun. If I don't like it anymore, I usually just kick it out. What's Muskie? Yes, I've seen some of his stuff. I haven't watched a lot of it, but I've seen some stuff. You can leave Canada. Yeah, I don't know how that is with the border yet. We're still waiting to get our second shot, and then we're like good to go. Hello, Morgan. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah. Denny, taking your advice. If it's better than what I'm doing, I'll take anybody's advice. Can't say I know everything. I don't know anything. I only know what I know, but I don't know a lot. Pablo is pretty chill. At least around me, he is. Oh, did I go? Did I get lost again? Where am I here? Yeah, Pablo. I was surprised. I said he wasn't going to go in the truck, and then I goofily just grabbed a set of those earmuffs, threw it on the dog, and he was like, he's fine with that. So I was like, oh, then you're coming for a ride with me tomorrow. Yeah, no, none of my dogs, they won't lick anything other than water. I don't know. It's weird. Well, I wouldn't say it's weird, but they're pretty straight up that way. Peg tooth barbecue. Yeah, I know. It'd be probably nasty to eat out of if I built my dream barbecue. I'm terrible at barbecuing. You can ask anybody that. Awesome. Very good stuff. Use copper. I don't know. I do the steel brake lines because they're cheap, I guess. I don't know. I guess the copper's fine. I don't know. But nobody's really offered it to me at the parts store. But I have all the other flare tools, so they're not like they're hard to flare. I don't mind them. I don't know. Between gas and beer, they're both not cheap out here. BT4 diesel engines hard. Yeah, they're hard to find up here. The kid had one, but it was an industrial, and it would have been too much to convert over. So I think he just sold it. I don't know any projects coming up. Like I say, there's the 54. That one I want to do, and then I have that 56 Chevy pickup that I kind of, like I say, want to make a loose version of a Napco truck. Guitars and depends. Guitars and Adam X custom guitar. Sorry, man. Your panel truck is close, depending how far you want it done. Depends how close you want it to finish, because it's pretty close to done then. If you LS swapped a bunch of 80 Chevys, you could flip them for. Yeah, I kind of wondered about that, but it's like I like doing stuff once. I don't like to do it a lot, over and over again. And plus, usually most of the square bodies around here are like super rotten and a lot of money now. They used to be cheap. Like I say, I don't have a lot of small. I had like the one I use in the Ford, that small block. I have one more center bolt one in the shed, and I have a bunch of blocks to build. But yeah, they're a lot of. I don't know. They're kind of cheap to rebuild, but I don't know. I just as well throw an LS in it, I guess. Video editing? I don't know. I don't do much. I try to keep up with it. So I don't know if I'm maybe because I could do a better job. I try not to spend more than an hour or two editing a video if possible, but I usually stretch that out so I wouldn't know. JC Smith. Yeah, JC Smith Projects. Hello, man. Thanks for stopping in. Scott Morsky Puddin. Yeah, but it's like I did a Zenny. It's a weird time I kind of did this. I figured it was a Sunday, and I don't know. I thought it might work better for a lot of people. Chicago. Yeah, I have some ideas for T-shirts and stuff. We just haven't got around to it. It's actually quite a bit of work trying to set up one of those store things. Sanford's not garage. Yeah, I like mucking around with junk too. The beer doesn't help though. Then I become more. The more beer I have, the more useless I am. You know, my Crusader didn't make it very long in the winter. The transmission went on it, and I just called her a day. JC Smith Escalade for 6 liter. Just look at the pickups. All the 3/4 tons had them. At least up here, tons of them. The 2500s had that 6 liter. The old stuff. If you could harness and reach. Well, the whole Jeff Baker, I don't know. Chopping tops is not that hard. Just got to plan it out. That's all. What kind of truck is it that you're trying to chop? Now it's LS. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know how to say your name. Is it Horde? I know the LSs are the new small block. That's pretty much the way I look at it. Got it. Oh, cool. Eddie's Chop Shop. So you're gonna put the nail head in the that F100? Have I ever owned a motorhome? Yeah, we had a bunch of them. We just haven't done a lot of camping anymore. It's not a lot of time. Early command starts for carb. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. You push a button, and I think it would like pump the gas pedal. Like, man, your junk might better be tuned right there, or I'd just be hitting the button like about a million times before you. Yeah, happy 4th to all you folks down there. We already had our Canada Day. That was Thursday around here. Of all the vehicles I built, I don't even know which one pops in my head the most. I think the one we probably had the most fun with was that Sign My Ride car. We drove that thing everywhere. I had an old 49 Dodge Plymouth, and it was like, I don't know, they were nothing car. That was before I even knew how to really fab anything. But we just threw a bucket of Sharpies on it and drove around and let people sign it. I think I had two rules on the one window, and it was like no cussing, and you had to say where you're from. And I think we drove that all over the place. The thing had like just graffiti all over it, head to bottom, top to bottom. My drone, the one I use now, I had a Mavic Pro, but it had one too many crashes and it doesn't work anymore. The one I have now is like a Mavic Air 2, I think, or something like that. No, I do not play guitar. I'm not very savvy that way at all. Walton Wire. Good day, sir. It's a Mavic Air 2 is what I got. It's semi-dummy proof. I haven't crashed it yet, so I'm doing pretty good. Joseph Carpenter. Cool, man. I was hoping that would. I know a lot of people always had a lot of questions, so I was kind of hoping this would work out for that. Scott is a master. Yeah, Scott from Cold War. He is like, yeah, he's a restoration guy. I am not that. I pretty much cobble things together and just make it work. Oh, dang it. I lost my spot. Sorry, guys. I'm so far behind where everything else is. I'm just trying to keep up. Yeah, I don't know where that Barrett All car is. I sold it to a guy like, I don't even know, a couple miles down the road, and I don't know, I've never seen it since. Gary, I don't even know how to say your last name. Sorry. You're in Connecticut, though. Great. Watch your channel. Where do you get your experience in fabrication and electronics? Trial and error. Just not being afraid of screwing up. Seems to work for me. And yeah, I don't know. It's a win-lose. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. 66 Barracuda, Frank's Garage. Yeah, I don't know. I have a buddy that has a whole lot of Cudas. You probably know him too. But yeah, I don't know. I was never really a muscle car guy. I had some in school, but I don't know. At some point, I guess it was like 20 plus years ago, I kind of got into the old cars. It started with an Oldsmobile. I bought a 56 Oldsmobile off a feller from the city. And I got it home, and then I tried to order patch panels and stuff, and they didn't make nothing. And then I was like, I didn't even know how to fix the car at that point. So then I found that 49 Plymouth, that Sign My Ride car. We drove that for about a year. I bought it, it ran and drove. So I was like, it needed shoes. And I didn't quite understand what they were saying, but it just needed brakes. So I did the brakes, and I was able to get it inspected on the road, no problem. And then we drove that for a couple years. Then I ended up trading. the motor went bad. I traded the Oldsmobile to a feller with that Chrysler that I chopped pretty aggressively. There's like an old video of that. And then I drove that one for a year. And then from there, yeah, I was just fabbing and just kind of screwing stuff up ever since. In hindsight, that Oldsmobile came back. It went through a bunch of friends, and then I got it. It came back from a friend. Like Trevor actually got it, and then I was helping him build the panels for the car. To where like 3 years before that, I had no idea how to even attempt that. Jeff Baker. I don't feel bad about my hair. That's pretty much a family trait. If I didn't like it, I'd just shave it all off. Whatever. It's only hair. I'm just more aerodynamic when I drive my Roadster. It just works out better for me. Yeah, diesel is cheaper right now. Are the scrap cars for metal by the the ones in the back, like when I'm pulling parts off, that's usually the kids' cars. He just lets me rob parts off them. Scrap's pretty high though up here. I don't even know what it is. It's over 300 a ton right now. Yeah, they do the rent-a-tool part here too. Thrash metal. I try to just buy. I'm like a part tool junkie. I just, even if I only use it once, I kind of like buying tools, but I don't like buying really expensive tools. So I guess I got that. I should do better sometimes. Sometimes the cheap stuff's fine. I only use it once or twice, and it does what I need it to do. Are you worrying about the hole in the floor in the shop? That's just a pit. I don't know. It's just where water drains. Thanks, Ralph. I try. I have a rather short attention span, so I kind of, it helps, I think, with my video. SV Seeker. Can't say I've ever seen that. Copper nickel outlast. Yeah, but I still think those steel lines will outlast me on a lot of my stuff. Most of my stuff I don't drive in the winter, anyways. But JC Smith, my panel truck is whatever you want, man. Still a project, regardless, however it's going to leave here, but it'll drive. I know that much. Yeah, square bodies are all pretty rotten around this parts. If you find a good one, they're now like popular because they're like a classic car, so everybody's kind of restoring them. It's like crazy. It's even like, as I guess a lot of you will relate, like the 80 Caprices. Who would have thought that thing would be driving around with a collector plate on it? I still think of them as donors. I have two stepsons, and then the youngest there has two grand, like two of his own kids, so two grandkids. Pablo's lying on the floor, just being dead to the world. Yep, I used to buy, yeah, like the 80s pickups, cars, trucks. They all used to be that $250 would get you a small block. Now they cost more than me to buy a newer one with an LS in it. So that's when people wonder why I LS everything. It's just because it's way more affordable. I mean, you got to buy the extra parts and stuff. Like my shed is still like so full of small block stuff, but yeah, just trying to. You can do an LS swap really cheap, honestly. I mean, other than the unlock. So, but I mean, a lot of people would do it for $100 too, or between $100 to $200 to unlock a computer, let's say, and then parts off the shelf. I don't even know if you're $100 into it, really, depending how fancy you want to get. Type of guy, like girl, primo Egypt chop shop. Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing all right. Effie's chop shop, primo stash in 12 hours. Yeah, I guess it gets close. Call a big time YouTuber. I don't know if I'm a big. I wouldn't call myself a big time YouTuber. I'll tell you that. Building an electric roaster. No, can't say I would. Yeah, depends where you haul it around here. I know the kid's doing pretty good with it. I think he was getting through 310 or something like that a ton, maybe more. I don't know. No, I haven't done anything with it. It's just sitting in my lineup. The old Merc there, Peter Minando. Ever think of electric swapping anything? Not really. I'm pretty gas powered's the way to go, I think. 302s. Yeah, I'm trying to actually find a Ford motor for that one Merc that I got, that four-door Merc. I'd like to put a Ford motor in a Ford. How weird is that, right? Finding old coupe bodies. None. If you find any, let me know. They're, yeah, that's hard. Depending on how old, if you're wanting Model A stuff, they're, yeah. You always find sports coupes, but they don't ever have any kind of a good roof foundation to do anything with. Oh, Deckel's Bruce Gantry. Gantry? Yeah, that's right. When are you going to sell? I don't know. We kind of have a logo. Well, the new logo. Some of you folks have seen that, and then, but I'm working on ideas for some T-shirts and stuff. Just haven't really got around to it. Bob Scott. Yes, I got a regular day job. I just fix computers and stuff like that. Hold on. I got to get another drink. 1 sec. I made sure the fridge was nice and close. Ration metal. Needs a flaring kit? I don't need one. I got a whole bunch of those. I got that hydraulic one, and I got that other one, kind of like what Eastwood's got. Bobby. Yeah, that Mustang. A lot of people are interested in that. It's weird. But yeah, the one grandkid's kind of like lost his mojo on it, and I'm not going to go after him to try to finish her up. So whereabouts am I located in Canada? I'm in Manitoba, like southern Manitoba. So pretty much dead center of Canada is kind of about where I am. Peter Minando. Well, thanks for watching my stuff. How's the Trailblazer? I'm not sure if he's done anything with it. I think he wanted to bring it back to get some work done. Wayne Tweed there with that Trailblazer. So I don't know if he's actually really driven it much or whatever. I don't know. But the Hemi, no, the Hemi's going to go in my coupe. I know that thing's always lingering around, but it's like that specifically is I got that 5-window coupe, and it's getting a Hemi. Needs a Hemi, a 4-speed. I had a hard time imagining coupling those two together, but I've watched that Jonathan W all the time, and he made it look pretty simple to actually make an adapter kind of a thing. So I'm gonna make a try at it and see what I can do. Putting a 4.6 in it. Cool. Or Robert. That's the way to do it. Put a Ford in a Ford. I just don't really have access to the other motors and stuff, so I just use what I know. I did 130 Dodge where I put a 3.8 out of like a Dakota in there, and that was like the worst thing I ever did. It was just nothing with the motor was fine. It was just the electrics. It's like typical. Like I don't have any preference to anything, but that Dodge wiring was just a nightmare because I did reuse all of the wiring when I put it in the truck, and it's like it ended up having a broken wire going to a crank sensor, which kind of like let us down when we were coming back from back to the 50s the one year. Kind of limped it as far as Fargo or Grand Forks. Now we had to tow it from there. Our lovely oh yeah, not a political person, so be the wrong person to ask. Then Morsky sandwich. Yep. 2-door swaps. I don't know. Morgan. Maybe on a Merc. 49, 50. Well, we got our Monarchs, which are like, yeah, that other one's pretty cool, but it's kind of nice and solid. So I don't know if I'm going to cut that one up. I think I just want to make it a driver. But I could see myself maybe doing a 2-door on one of those things. But no, the Tri-5 stuff, not really. I don't know. I'm not opposed to 4-door. I don't really care. Red Rider 7. No, that 50. It's not my car, so he wants to keep it a 4-door just as a family rig. So, and I don't mind the 4-doors. You know, I was never really into the Tri-5 cars, but I built the one car, that little turbo car, and it was like, I don't know, I actually enjoyed it. So same thing with the 56 pickup. They don't do anything for me, but I think they're cool. So I don't know. I've never had one or driven one, so it'd be fun to see how it is. Marvin Norton. I don't think I have a dream car. I just like building anything, really. I hate the finishing. Like doing the initial chop is fun. All the welding and the body work, I hate body work. I'm not a fan of that at all. CNC World. I use just the Mavic Air 2. Project F02. Your Hudson. Yeah, I don't know how that is. A buddy of mine's done, or a friend of mine, he did a whole chassis swap. I think he put like a Lincoln Town Car chassis or something underneath his Hudson. But I'm not sure how that worked out or how he did it. Yeah, Hemi's cool. I think that Hemi that I got is an oddball one, but when we bought my wife's truck, there her 46. I don't even know if that's right, but I think that's what it is. It had that Hemi in it, so I just kind of kept it around all these years. I only like say just this past year I actually tried to start it and stuff. Mart's Garage, wiring job. So are you just rewiring a car or not? I don't know. I've done like aftermarket wiring. I used to do the Speedway ones all the time. They were great, but they've gotten so expensive now. They're not far off from like a high brand one. David Lewis. How did you learn? I don't know. It's all trial and error. Trial and error. I just screw up a lot. Well, I'm not really afraid to show you when I screw up. So I don't know. You learn from your mistakes, I guess. Fishing in your no, there's no real fish. There's like minnows in it, but that's about it. Yeah, it depends where you are. Hedwig Lehman's. A lot of our stuff we can do. I know you're probably like in Australia or something where you can't do anything. We can get away with, man, I wouldn't say a lot of stuff, but we can get away with a lot of, well, I guess we can get away with a lot of stuff. We just have to pass our basic inspection. Some of the mods are just actually looked at as improvements. Half project on getting lots of ideas. 200 miles north of you, I think you snuck that Zoom boom out from under my nose. I don't know. We had that thing for a long time ago. I know my dad had picked it up, and then it was broken, and I fixed it. Then I kind of borrowed it and never brought it back. Older cars and trucks. Gary B. Not usually. I can usually do it with a seat. Like I've driven 30s pickups, and like I'm over 6 foot, 6'2" or something, and had lots of legroom in all my vehicles. I've never had a problem. Well, I do, but if you can put cruise control, then usually you can stretch your leg out one way or the other. That's kind of what I find. Oh, dang it. Another Canadian. No. Yeah, the bad Chad. He's in. He's up with Fitzy. If you haven't seen Fitzy, Joseph. There's Bad Chad, and then there's Fitzy Fabrications or something. He's got a channel up there too. Bert Visser. Yes, HP tuners. You what does it work out to? I think it's 50 US a credit. I think that's what it is still. Yeah, you need usually 2 credits to do the GM stuff. So I don't know. I looked at it when I bought it originally way back. I think it came with enough to do 4 unlocks. Like now, I think they only come with 2 credits or something. Way back when I got that one, they had like 4 credits or something. So it was like it to me to pay a guy to unlock one when we were first doing the LSs was it would have paid for the darn thing after 2 of them. So then we had 2 free ones at that point. W chop with an LS. Yeah, I don't know. Volkswagens aren't my cup of tea, and they're super hard to chop. Yeah, I watch all DD stuff. He's pretty much the feller that got me into this, anyways. No crank on start. Yeah, I'm not sure. Coil? I don't know. Wiring from scratch, just laying on all the components now. Oh yeah, 32 sedan. Well, that's cool. I don't know. I don't do scratch wiring. I always just buy an aftermarket wiring harness of some kind. Lately, though, I just been buying them all off Amazon. Always, I can never find the same ones though. Like if I find a good kit, usually they don't sell them anymore. So I'm always trying new stuff. But most of mine, I'm always using like GM columns and stuff. So I look for kits with that stuff in it. Crown Vic frame swap. No, I have not. 4i Fox fan club. Somebody down the road has done one. He did one of the on one of those F100 trucks, like they did the old body swap. But I've never done one myself. I haven't CBR repair motorcycle. You know what? I have not bought from Speedway in so long. I used to have a buddy of mine in the States that I would ship to, and then we'd pick it up. But I found the prices, and I've been finding on between eBay and Amazon, I can find what I need for probably less most of the time. So I have not bought from Speedway, and I cannot remember how long. I remember like buying the Speedway wiring harnesses that I would use, like the 12 circuit kits, I think it is, and they were $120. Now they're what are they? Almost $200 for that, and that's American. By the time I ship do everything, I'm almost into it for like 350 bucks or something. So it's like I can buy almost I don't know like whatever the wiring harness I usually buy are $150, not usually more than that, shipped to my door. Uh, Dang it, it's like jumping all over the place. Dad Chad is in Nova Scotia. Fitzy. Well, they're pretty close though. They're kind of close. Dad Chad and Fitzy. Richard Hanning. Why do I use so many LS motors? They're cheap. I don't know. That's all I can tell you. There is like the small block world now. They're all like collector cars, so they're not. Those aren't cheap anymore. If I could find them, I would have a stockpile of them. But although like the LSs, I'm pretty bored of them. But that's what everybody wants. The small blocks. I got a bunch of the hot rods I want to build, but I don't even want to put small blocks in them anymore. I'd like to find some oddball motors. Like I have that Hemi, but that's for a coupe. I'd like to have an Olds rocket, but like the adapters are so expensive, I have a hard time justifying that. And then, yeah, like a nailhead, or I don't know. I just want to find some weird motors to put in some hot rods. I think that'd be cool, like open engine stuff. As far as I'm concerned, if it's a closed hood car, like, man, who cares what's in it? Personally, oh, dang it. Okay, hold on here. Where am I here? Where am I? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. No, Irvin. Irvin. I've never used any of the Crown Vic stuff. I've looked at it, but I've never actually used it. French. Oh, yeah, I don't speak French. Sorry, man. I can sort of understand it, but that's very very loosely. I guess I know more swear words than I know anything else in it. That's about it. Pablo just has traditional tool works. He's just got a lot of attitude most of the time. A lot of hammer and dolly set for Harbor Freight. Yeah, I think any hammer and dolly will work. Well, yeah, for the most part. I don't know. It's just trying to reverse whatever happened. That's the hard part. The best way to get in touch with me, I don't know. It's probably maybe Instagram. I don't know, like through the PM on there. I think if you go to my website, there's like you can email me there too. Cindy Road. I'm Canadian, Manitoba, Canada here. Frank's Garage. Yep. Once you do one of those wiring kits, after you do one or two of them, you'll never go back. That it's so much cheaper. And then usually you end up having a stockpile into your wiring cabinet when you're done because a lot of the stuff you don't need. So it's like a win-win. Frank's Garage. That is correct. Open hood cars are that. I'm not a fan of if I'm at a car show and there's a car with the hood open and I don't really feel like taking pictures of those cars because I couldn't care. It looks like it's broken down on the side of the road. So when they're closed, I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, I know, folks. Gary, I have no idea what's going on with that Mustang. That is strictly the grandkid's car, and he's kind of burned out on it. I think I'm not sure. He hasn't really wanted to work on it. Maybe because he wanted to do fancy paint and realizes there's a lot of work. I don't know. Henry DeVires, if I got that right. Um, the one who's usually always hanging around me, that's Pablo. And then there's the buddy, is the other, the black and white one. He's kind of the loner there. Hillbilly Jim Catfishing. Thanks for checking me out. Thanks, man. Glenn Nickerson. I found the weird part when you got to look at the cheap wiring harnesses, though, they don't go headlight to taillight. That's the big thing I look for. If I do a wiring harness kit, I always, if I look at them, I look to see if it has like the GM steering column plugs in with it. Then usually it's like a headlight to taillight. I've bought like the cheaper ones, and then all of a sudden it'll come with like a yellow wire, and it says like this goes to your headlight switch, and then like you got to run all of your own wires to like the headlights and the signals and everything else. And I don't like those kits at all. Then they're no better than making one like from scratch kind of thing. Ever Ford motor swap the Chevy? No, but I actually did put a Ford in a Ford once. I had a Ford F1 that I actually put a 351 in. It was only because I had a donor car. Use a loom out of a donor. It's almost identical to your green and white Dodge shop. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Jason Withrow. CBR. Yeah, I had like different versions of it, but I finally actually got somebody to make me a new logo. Royal Canadian RP. I was born in Beausejour, Manitoba. Cool. It's not that far from me. Oh my, what just happened there? Mastercraft screwdriver. It's either that or the Princess Auto stuff all over my shop, spammed around. Craig Deghan. I don't know. Isn't that like just basically a? I don't know. That would confuse me trying to mix those two wiring harnesses together for your LS swap. Yeah, Morgan, he does nice stuff. There's no denying that. Got here. That 50 Peter Minando, the 51 Crusader is gone already. I had sold it this fall. I was driving it, but then the transmission went and I didn't feel like doing anything with it, and away it goes. Kim, I don't know how to say your last name, but yes, it is her daily driver. She drives that daily. The music is it's just YouTube. It's in the YouTube creator, like in their studio. It's like copyright stuff, like copyright free. Is that right? That's what I use for my stuff. What tires Rod Parker. I fly it, but it basically the drones have a feature where it can follow. So basically, when it's flying over, I'll see my vehicle. I just draw a square over it, and it'll just follow it. It's pretty dummy proof. I don't know there, Dave Mack. I don't know what else he would do. Put a light on the front of your dash to shine up. I don't know. Snap the dealer comes right. Oh yeah, I know. I don't. I'm too cheap to. The only snap-on tools are the ones I find on the side of the road. And then the snap-on guy probably won't see me anyways because I'll try to warranty all that stuff. Terry Henry. There's a lot of dirt out here. There's some pavement, but we're a lot closer. It's easier to stick to the dirt if some of my stuff doesn't have plates on it. I don't really want to put it on or drive it on the road. No, I don't have any 30s to 40s era pickups. I know that I don't. If I did, I'd probably build it. I just kind of dig that stuff. I have like a cab, but I don't have like all the sheet metal. The box is usually the harder. I have like a bunch of the Mopar stuff, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. Nobody likes those. The old pilot cabs. I want to build one of those yet, but they're people don't dig that stuff. I have no idea. Oh, we're like an hour and a half in. No, I don't have a Henry J. If you look up, does Corey Penny's Hot Rods? I think he has one. S10 into a. I don't know. I think you need an oil pan and something else and headers to put an LS into an S10. My day job again, computers and do telephones. Old pilot cab. Yeah, I got a few of them, but they need to be all put back together. The old 50 Pontiac. That one? I don't know. I think I kind of gave it to the youngest kid there. Kind of traded him for a Sportor. Yeah, the pilot cabs are weird. You know what I love? The style of trucks are great. It's just the boxes are actually the boxes are super deep. The rear fenders are like they look like trailer fenders. That's the only thing I think is weird. Motorcycle builds? No, I don't have. That won't be happening. I don't have a motorcycle license, and I don't know. I've cut up a couple for some people, but that's what the extent of it. All right. Well, yeah, we got a bit of property here. I Mustang, no West Bates, nothing. Can't do anything. Just sitting in the lineup right now. I'm not going to go chase somebody to go work on that one. I could do that, but we'll have to do another one. We'll have to do another live feed sometime. If these caddies, no. I was actually sort of looking at one right now though, but mostly because it has a motor. I kind of want a motor for a hot rod. Yeah, Frank, sounds like you got quite the little hot rod going on there. Yeah, I've done a lot of Dodges shooter. I had 53 Cranbrook that I had done. I had like a 49 Dodge like way back before my YouTube days. Well, the Cranbrook was in that stuff. Again, Baja Larry, I don't have a favorite car whatsoever. I don't know. Whatever I'm building is clearly the one that wins right now as far as whatever I like. Huh. There's still quite a few people in here. The laser table? Oh, are you talking about my plasma table? I actually made that. That's kind of like, I don't know. Bet you that table cost me like just hardware wise. Well, the steel's all junk, and I think what did I do? I bet you it's like $500 kit I bought off eBay to make that. Yeah, I found a lot of that, but a lot of videos or TV, anyways. You'd watch somebody build something, but you never got to see the behind the scenes how everything happened. So that's kind of why I do what I do. Kind of see the struggle, what's involved to do something. A lot of people don't do that. They hide all that or they cut out and cut back in. And I'm like, I don't know. I like to actually see how that. I learned from watching. So Snow Crusher. I have never done a Mustang 2 kit. Usually just do S10 or some random stuff like that. In a 40, yeah, like I say. Thanks, man. Leroy Smith. The General's good. No complaints. I don't think I've had any problems other than, like I say, my corner windows, they kind of fell out. So I got to make some new ones. Fine. Yeah, I know those Caddy motors. They're big, but they make a lot of a lot of power for what they are. Sorry, Carl. I have a 0 in the MG stuff. I don't know what my best build is. Like my cab over was like cool, but that was like before I did YouTube. So Point Man. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to grow up either. Like so, I've never, like I say, I've never done a Mustang 2 kit. They're always kind of expensive. Like that's the way I see it. By the time you order all that jazz, I that's why I end up like Camaro or doing S10 clip or Dakota. G bodies are like would have been the awesome clip to use for everything. I only learned that like as of the past year. Now I wish I would have gobbled up all those things because they're a couple inches wider than an S10. So, oh well, live and learn. How did you do in that build? Oh, I don't know. I think I got like second place or something like that. I don't know. That was just something to do. He kind of always does something like the boss there does this little shindig there to try to break up winter, I guess. So I threw something together for that. I don't know about anything chopped. At least the next two, there's nothing chopped. Yeah, I don't think so. I never know what I'm chopping till. Thanks a lot there, Kevin Moore. We don't know what's going in the Essex yet. Maybe we'll actually take that six cylinder that we pulled out of the 56 and throw it in there because I don't know, it's free. We might do that. Kinger's Garage. I don't know. I've been building a long time. Since my teens, I've been like messing stuff up. So the old cars, though, it's probably like, I don't know, 20 years or more. I guess I've been playing with that stuff. How much work was it to put the 50 Buick on the new frame? Well, it was easy because I cut all the floor out. There was no floor in the car. So I basically built all my floor, my body boxes. I built everything. And then because the frame was too wide, it was a perimeter chassis. I narrowed it up and then I lengthened it because it was too short. Deal. No, panel van's not finished. I'm actually working on that right now. I don't know how to say your name. Gwid A Khan. Sorry, man, if I butchered it. Yeah, like once I'm done the 56, the panel's a filler right now, but I am working on it, and then I'm going to be going to my 54 Chevy I want to build, and then probably a 56 pickup after that. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get both of those done before winter. I've chopped one panel van before. It's a lot and not a lot of work. Depends how far I have to finish it. We'll determine how much work it is. Yeah, I think I'm going to call her a day too, guys. I want to thank you all for stopping in and checking out this live feed. Uh, yeah, thank you much. And I think I'm going to sign off. I think that's how we're going to end it. Right? We'll get Pablo in there. You can say all right, guys. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you later.